Good evening. This is Laura's View in Tarot 2. I'm Laura, and I'm so glad you joined me tonight. I wanted to take a quick look with the tarot cards about the Nord Stream 2 pipeline, which is located, it runs under the Baltic Sea. It's a 764-mile pipeline that runs from Russia to Germany. It was built to provide liquid natural gas to Europe. And it was in the final approval process. And then this past week, that was halted by Germany. And so it's all on hold. And just a little point of information, the existing pipelines that run from Russia to Germany go through the Ukraine. And the transit fees, or the fees they charge to have that fuel move through, account for about 4% of the income for the government of the Ukraine. And that is part of the reason that they have opposed from the very start this pipeline being built, because by running under the Baltic Ocean, it bypasses Ukraine and Poland completely. Now, if you believe, like I believe, that the Ukraine is a deep state stronghold, that those in positions of authority have got corruption on a scale that's seldom seen in a world that has a lot of corruption, and that Mr. Putin has declared war on the mafia and deep state, not the Ukraine. And so his strategic objectives involve dismantling and disrupting those evil actors who don't care about humanity. Well, that's what I believe. And I'm going to ask the cards tonight what the Nord Stream 2 pipeline, will it be used ever? If it's used, is it going to be used as a weapon, as people feared? Now, I don't really worry about that because, and I know others have, but there's an interdependence. Germany right now, until free energy becomes a thing in our world, and I look for that to happen at some point, right now, Germany and Europe need this liquid natural gas, and Russia needs the income from it. So there's an interdependence there that for consumer and producer, that there's a motive for both of them to make this work if that were to happen. If Russia was going to stop their supplies of liquid natural gas, they would have already done so with the existing pipelines that are in use, and they fulfilled their contracts this year. So again, my question to the universe is, the Nord Stream 2 pipeline, at some point, let's just say in the next year, because I want to be specific with the cards, will it be able to be used as it was intended? And it will it be weaponized, used as a weapon? And also, is there any way that our Mr. B administration is going to try to entangle American forces up in this situation, pipeline and the Ukraine? So let's see what the cards have to say, because unlike the mainstream news, they don't lie. Okay, now currently I can help you watch me as I shuffle. And when I have a different setup here, you'll be able to see the cut. Using my left hand to cut in 3. I will show you the cards and then spread them out and come back, okay? So card number 1. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Cards number 8 and 9 will be for more information, and I'll be right back with that spread. I'm back. Let's take a look at this interesting spread. Well, we start off with the death card here, and the death card isn't something you necessarily need to get all worried about. The death card is usually indicative of a long, slow change, a process, if you will. And Our question has been about the Nord Stream 2 pipeline. Will it be used as an economic weapon? Will it be approved? Will military assets be drawn into the whole process that involves the Nord Stream 2? Okay, the Empress is about sovereignty. And again, we keep hearing that the Ukraine is not recognized by the UN as a sovereign nation. And when Mr. Putin has declared areas that he is sending troops in as Russian territory, that's more a reminder to the world that he is dealing with things within his own border. Though luckily, the Empress is also about favorable intentions and outcomes. And so I think, and she keeps coming up as my Russia card. So I think we need to know that, and again, Russia built the Nord Stream 2, or one of their companies did. And let's see what's happening now. In the past, it's been a long, slow process getting that built. And now they're in the approval process to actually use it, which has been halted. So this card is recognizing that it has been a long, slow process to get it built and running. The Queen of Pentacles is in our current position. Now, she's about abundance and peace. So I think what we're hearing here is that if and when that pipeline were approved, it would be done so in a peaceful manner with no worries about how it would be used, other than just simply as providing a profit providing a product at a reasonable profit to those who buy it. I'm not seeing military cards involved here when we look in the future and get some advice. Let's see what we have. We got the Page of Pentacles here for the outcome, and he's about financial opportunity just at the beginning stages. And certainly since the pipeline hasn't been even allowed to deliver product, it is at the beginning stages. It's also about good feelings and that all is well. So I think if the media tries to make us worry about that pipeline and how it will be used, I think it's a worry that we can just set aside and not worry about. Looking ahead, some of our advice here, we have the Two of Swords. Now, a lot of times the Two of Swords is about there's something that they just don't want you to see. Okay, I'm not getting that in tonight's. I'm seeing that it's more about a truce. There is some indecision going on about the whole situation, but I don't think about the baseline intent of the parties involved from Mother Russia. And if it is, since it's going to be about auspicious new beginnings, there is some work involved, but there's long-term prosperity that would come from that. And like I said, until we get some of those hidden technologies made a little more mainstream and we have some free energy. In the meantime, let's see who else is going to show up on our spread. We've got the King of Cups. And good feelings, he is the good feeling guy, okay? All is well. So again, I think we don't have to worry about military assets being drawn into corporate matters, because the purpose of our military is to uphold and defend and not to help corporations. The Magician, he's about manifesting. You know what manifesting is? That's making things happen, appear and be evident in our world. And believe it or not, our thoughts and prayers and good wishes are all part of making that happen. So I'm going to encourage you, if you've had enough interest to watch this read tonight about the pipeline, to have those good thoughts. First of all, that if and when the approval process continues and finishes, that this spread, what it says is exactly what will happen. It will be simply a vehicle to provide a product at a price that the customer is willing to afford, with no weaponization of it. And further, that our military won't get involved in this whole matter until it's resolved. That's it for tonight. Thank you for joining me. If you enjoyed my video, please like it, share it, subscribe. I appreciate every one of you. And thank you so much for spending this time tonight with me. Be safe out there, and I'll see you next time. Bye.